Okay, so our first video of the day is a football club history video. We're going to Italy for this video. We're looking at Lazio. Now, the full name of Lazio is Società Sportiva Lazio. They're founded in 1900 in Rome. They play at the Stadio Olimpico, which they ground share with AS Roma. Currently has a capacity of 70,634. The club turned professional in 1912. Big moment in the club's history is when they resist the government attempts to form a merger club of all the clubs in Rome in 1927. The other clubs merge together and form AS Roma. They resist, and Lazio remains distinct and separate from AS Roma. The rivalry begins. Now, I've looked at their league position. They've spent 4 spells in Serie B, so they've not always been in Serie A since 1929. So the 61 to 63 period spent 2 seasons in Serie B. They do return. The 71-72 season was spent in Serie B, and then 2 betting scandals lead to them being outside Serie A for a while. Now, the first betting scandal involved multiple clubs. Famously, Paolo Rossi, the Italian striker, who goes on to win the Golden Boot at the 82 World Cup, recently passed away, was implicated. He got a suspended sentence for bribery. That was in the 79-80 season. They got relegated at the end of the 79-80 season. They spent 3 seasons, or 2 years, should I say, outside the... No, 3 seasons, from 1980 to 83 in Serie B. That was the first betting scandal. You think that can't get bad enough? They get back to the top flight for 2 seasons, but in 1985 they were hit with a 9-point deduction. This is back in the days for 2 points for a win, so that was a death blow. That would have been equivalent to a 15-point deduction now. One of their players, Claudio Vinazzani, was betting on himself and on games, got implicated. They hit with a 9-point deduction. They end up in Serie B, nearly end up in Serie C. They are promoted back to Serie A in 1988, and they've been in Serie A ever since. They do have some silverware. So, not long after their second spell in Serie B, they win their first Serie A title in the 73-74 season. They win their second and final Serie A title with Sven-Göran Eriksson as manager in the 99-2000 season. Of course, Sven-Göran Eriksson, former England manager, is battling terminal cancer, but that was a moment where both Roma and Lazio, in consecutive seasons, were the top 2 clubs in Italy for a little while. The Coppa Italia, they have a lot more success. They have 7 Coppa Italia titles. They first won it in 1958. Then 97-98 season, 99-2000 season, the League Cup double, very famously celebrated around the Circus Maximus. The 2003-2004 season, the 2008-2009 season, the 2012-2013 season, and the 2018-19 season is their latest Coppa Italia silverware. The Supercoppa Italiana, they've won it in 98, 2000, 2009, 2017 and 2019. They've won that 5 times. They won the last ever Cup Winners Cup, UEFA Cup Winners Cup, in the 98-99 season, and following that they won the UEFA Super Cup in 1999. So they've got a tasty little trophy cabinet, not as successful as I think they should have been, and I think those betting scandals and those spells in Serie B I do think impact their ability to win more silverware. Of course, between winning their first Serie B title and their Serie A title, should I say, and their second and final one, they've had 2 spells in the second tier of Italian football for betting scandals. Their biggest rivals, obviously, AS Roma, Napoli. Napoli is quite obvious. There's a great dislike between Southerners and the elite, should I say, the political elite in Rome. So Napoli, biggest city in southern Italy. There's a great... Napoli's like Liverpool here. They don't like the government. They don't like authority. Livorno, because Lazio are traditionally very right-wing, and some of their fans are neo-fascist. Livorno, very left-wing and neo-Marxist ultras there. Pescara, that's a weird one, a weird little rivalry, but Pescara are big rivals. Atalanta, home of the Italian resistance in World War II in Bergamo. Again, very left-wing leaning ultras and fan base. Fiorentina, which was briefly the Italian capital. Big rivalry there. Juventus, because everyone hates Juventus. And AC Milan. AC Milan is another big rivalry that Lazio have. And again, a lot of these rivalries come down to politics of fan base and rivalries between historical cities in Italy. So there we go. There's a history of Lazio, very controversial club because of their fan base and some of the antics of their hardcore ultras over the years. Very, very controversial. Obviously, Paolo Di Canio was a very controversial player when he was at the club. After his spell in England, before he began his spell in management, he was very, very controversial. Again, fascist leanings there, very, very controversial. That's been mentioned before. But they are a very successful club. They have won European silverware, and of course they are famous for being the last ever winners of the Cup Winners Cup back in 1999. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts in the comments section below. I've been promising this video for a while, but from me for now, it's goodbye, and we'll have some more content for you guys very, very soon.